out there, everyone. Cassandra Maki, continuing with My Sweet Summer Oni. Oh, and if you just joined, you're welcome. Glad you made it here, and I hope you enjoy your stay. And always remember that the most important character story is you, the reader. Well, let's get it up. Lost. The girls look at us dumbfounded. Did you just say your ancestor is coming to kill all of us? Your listening skills are top-notch, Summary. Summary scowls. Sarcasm is totally appropriate right now. So, Summary, isn't that sarcasm? Summary casts Azuna a silent glance. Katie sighs and slumping down on the couch. Already exhausted. That's pretty uncool of your ancestor, Yaruko. He's the best Oni Slayer in the world. It's what he does. Are we certain that he's coming to try to kill us? Unfortunately, we are. Yaruko tosses the Oni book at Summary, who catches it with ease. Page 40! The girls flip through the pages. They read. As they read it, the color drains from their faces. I thought that battle already happened. This is pretty bad. It's not as bad as it could have been had Utsuro-chan and I not had our little Davis in the shed. You're what? Nothing. She's talking about the book. Yaruko gives me a subtle wink. Wink. The book, indeed. Had we not discovered the information in this book, you would have been in trouble. Now you could have time to prepare and get the upper hand. How much time are we talking? A few months? A year or two? 2 weeks. Everyone stares at me in disbelief. 2 weeks? We only have 2 weeks? I've seen you all fight. I know you can handle this. Right, 2 weeks should be fine for fearsome Oni like you, right? Somebody shakes her head and finally breathing. No, it won't be. You need to talk to your ancestor and call him off immediately. He's my great-great-grandfather. We haven't exactly been sending each other Christmas cards, Summary. As nature intended, I've never met that man. I don't care. This is a problem created by your people, and you need to end it. The smirk constantly plasters on Yaruko's face, crumbles in an instant. She's stop. She stops pacing. She sinks into the couch beside the girls. For the first time since I met her, Pennies! She looks tired. Her voice comes out in a mere whisper. This is a problem created by both of our people, Sumri. We're collected damage in centuries of long war. We were born and trained to be enemies. This isn't on us. This is on the people that came before us. Sumri sighs and reaches out gently to place her hand on Yaruko's. There's a silent shared moment of understanding. I know this isn't going to be easy, but after this, you can be free! We can all live here and not have to worry about Yuramitsu. We just have to train our asses off for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, and I can pick him up and kiss him. Yaruko stands and stretches. Then I'll leave you to it. Bye-bye for now. In a flash, Yaruko disappears. Sumri says, well, let's get started. I race to the closet and grab a long staff. What exactly are you doing? I'm not letting you fight alone. The girls sigh, but I can see them begin to smile. Just promise you won't get killed. I'll try my hardest. After 2 weeks of righteous training and endless creeps and sweets, we find ourselves standing in the forest, ready for battle. There's undeniable energy in the air. Beside me, Katie snacks on what must be her millionth cupcake of the day. How can you eat at a time like this? This is buttercream frosting, Sumri. We all fall silent. I lean forward and snoop some off my finger. This is good. Someone gets it. We fall silent again. The smiles fall from our faces as the reality of the situation washes over us yet again. I glance at the girls. For the first time ever, I can see that they're nervous. What do I do? I know this battle isn't going to be easy, but I can promise you, you're going to be okay. I won't let anything happen to you. I smile. The girls smile at me. We feel better with you here, Utsuro-chan. My heart swells. Really? Yeah. You're fighting subpar, and you don't always make the best choices, but you boost our powers and you're pretty good moral support. I guess I'll take that, what I can get. Suddenly, the energy in the air shifts yet again. We all freeze as we watch as a ripple of energy hangs in the air. Dark figures appearing on the other side of the wavering portals. And then Yuramitsu is standing before us. He's older, but with an ancient aura surrounding him. An ancient, powerful energy that sends a chill ripping down my spine. We stand before him in silence, the power overwhelming. The battle isn't going to be easy. Suddenly, your Mitsu chuckles. A dark descending laugh. My, what a brave lot we have here. Your Mitsu predatory gaze falls on the girls. Is this really the final battle between Oni and the hunters? I expected Oni that were stronger. Oni that aren't failures, at least. Is this really all the Oni have left? A bunch of young girls. Utsuro cracks his neck. He pulls out his katana. Young girls or not, you are monsters that need to be destroyed. What should I do? Defend the girls. I step forward, emotion overwhelming me. You have no idea what you're talking about. These Oni are the strongest people I know. I dare to take a step forward, my anger rising. You wouldn't stand a chance against one of them, let alone three. Your Mitsu leans forward. He's threateningly close to my face. You think one of the girls is in love with you, don't you? Perhaps you're right. Perhaps it's even all three. The girls stagger back. Despite our moral purling, I can see the heat rising in their cheeks. I can feel them unable to meet my eyes. How transparent! You dare to threaten me as if you aren't just a group of lovesick teenagers? Teenagers? You think they're weak because they're young. You think they can tear you limb from limb while barely lifting a finger. These are the most resilient, hard-working, strong, brave people I've ever met in my entire life. They're kind, smart, and witty. You think they don't matter. You think they're disgusting monsters. These women changed my life. They made me everything better. Everything they do is with kindness and compassion and respect for the world around them. They're more human than you'll ever be. Your mission raises his blade. With the flick of his wrist, it rests on my neck. I freeze, my heart pounding. I do my best to hide my fear. You're just as foolish as they are. It's a shame I'll have to kill you too. Your Mitsu flips his blade around, using it to hilt. He shoves me back. I stumble backwards, landing on the girl's arms. Did he just hold the blade in his bare hands? What a badass! The girls look down at me, tears glistening in their eyes. You absolute idiot! Baka! Sumri took the words out of my mouth. Well, why would you do that? I could practically feel bruises forming on my chest. Because I couldn't let him talk about you like that. I see the expression soften. Didn't we agree that you wouldn't get yourself killed? Well, that hasn't happened yet. Sumri smiles at me. Thank you, Utsuro-chan. Now you really need to come out of this alive for us. We care about you way too much to lose you. Uramitsu steadies his blade, preparing himself for battle. It will be nice to finally rid this world of Onis. I'm sure there's a lovely place in hell just waiting for you. The girls tense their fists, but Uramitsu doesn't flinch. We all square up. The tension is overwhelming as I hover mere feet away from Uramitsu. Until suddenly another portal explodes to life, knocking all of us back. Yuruko emerges from the light, twirling her katana like a child's baton. She casts a cocky smile and winks. I bet you're happy to see me! What should I say? You know what, Yuruko? I am. For once, I am. Yuruko tosses her hair over her shoulders. She rolls her eyes. Surely this isn't the first time, and it won't be the last, my strange boy. Yuruko turns her face to Uramitsu. She twirls her blade absentmindedly beside her. Pennies! And who might you be? Great Grandpa! You don't recognize me? That's fairly rude if you ask me. A man of your stature, with such a lust for tradition and forgetting his own family. I see. So you're one of my descendants. Judging by the way you hold that blade, I'd say you're one of the most adept ones. Yuruko winks at him. He flinches. And you haven't even seen me fight yet. You're a rather brash girl, aren't you? She certainly is. Yuruko gives me a smirk over her shoulder. For a brief second, I almost forget we're on the cusp of the battle. I ace all my lessons for an equity, but my katana skills, they're much better than yours. Uramitsu retainers stir behind him, clutching their blades a little tighter. Wait, they're actually scared of her. Pennies! Why are they so scared of her? Pennies! There's a little something I failed to mention to my friends here. A bit of family secret, if you will. Whatever you've heard. You see, Uramitsu, it's most fierce that Oni hunters of all. While he's fearsome, it's only because he sent Oni back in time. He's the only Oni hunter with that ability. So he sent the Oni back and forth in time. Their powers would be weakened. Then he traveled after them and slaughtered them one by one. Yuruko inches closer to Uramitsu. Her blade quivers as slightly in her grasp. Is she angry? I've never seen her like this. He's a cowardly fighter who committed genocide. My anger spikes. I step forward, unable to contain myself. What do I say to Uramitsu? So you're too weak to beat them fairly. You had to send them to a complete other time and rid them of their power. And then you use your retainers to protect yourself. Your Mitsu chuckles darkly. It seems you're doing the same thing, my boy. Hiding behind your Oni to protect yourself. If you think I'm pathetic, you need to re-examine what you're doing here. Sumari, Suzuna, and Katie stand beside me, eyes wavering with tears. You slaughtered our people? You killed everyone until we were the only ones left? All our relatives and ancestors are friends? You're the monster, not the Oni! Yoruko nods in agreement. Now that your secret is out, perhaps it's time for you to reconsider. These Oni won't harm any human being. They're good people. I can watch them here. I can ensure that nothing happens. This endless war can finally cease. Yoromitsu smirks at Yoruko. It's a smirk that makes my stomach churn. Silly child. You think I'm afraid of the Oni causing harm? He laughs. I've always known that Oni pose no threat to this world. For years, they have been a scapegoat for human misfortune. Every drought, every fine, every endless winter, every famine, the humans have blamed it on the Oni with no real reason to do so. All I had to do was fan the flames. Yoromitsu reaches in his pocket, drawing out a gold coin. All humans pay rather handsomely for protection from the dangerous Oni. We all stare at Yoromitsu in disbelief. He did this for money? He slaughtered hundreds of Onis for money? You're the reason people hate us. Not the sole reason. I suppose you could say I'm the only one who learned to profit from the misfortune. Misfortune? Is that what you think this is? We're the only members of our kind that lies you perpetuated. You've robbed us of everything. You monster. Submerged lunges forward, powerful surges from her fingertips. There's an animalistic rage inside of her. Pennies! What do I do? I lift my arms around Sumari, holding her back. Her skin, surging with power, is hot to the touch. She thrashes in my grasp. Let me go! Let me go, Utsuro-chan! I can't. Please, jest. Suddenly, Sumari's elbow swings around, hitting me in the nose. Sumari. I bend over in pain, but still hold onto her. I told you, let me go! Somehow, I manage to twist around and throw Sumari to the girls. They hold her back, and she winces and thrashes. You accuse these girls of a crime they never committed. Your legends of lies and destruction ends tonight. So, do you, a mere human, intend to stop me? I intend to try. I'm the man who loves Oni from the bottom of his heart. And I will do whatever it takes to protect my girls. Although, truthfully, they don't need much protection. Summary, Katie, Suzuna, do your worst. Just make sure you don't. It took you long enough, Utsuro-chan. The girls focus. Suddenly a flash of light envelopes them. The powers around us visible shifts as the girls transform and emerge from the brilliant light in their Oni form. Yoromitsu stumbles back in shock. You can use your powers? How is that possible? I've forgotten to mention my ancestor. You may have heard of him. Goes by the name of Shutin Doji. Yoromitsu looks as if he's seen a ghost. He clenches his teeth. No! That's impossible! Yet, here we are. About to kick your butt! Katie gives Suzuna a nod of approval. But first, we should probably do something about these retainers. That's your job. My katana isn't for subduing. Instantly, the girls get to work. I watch in awe as they take person after person. Suzuna teleports around the field. She appears behind the retainer, who she quickly knocks unconscious. They didn't even realize she was behind them. Summary knocks down enemy after enemy. I'm sure they'll land in some bushes or something. The enemies fly through the air, disappearing into the distance. Meanwhile, Katie darts around the clearing and lightning bolt speed. Every person she taps falls asleep, sprawled out on the ground. This might be easier than I thought. Don't get cocky, you monsters. Yoromitsu runs away while everyone is busy. My strongest followers, and yet to come. Yoromitsu throws his hands up. Dozens of enemies files through the portal. We give chase, but there are already so many enemies, it's hard to keep track of them all. This isn't good. I watch in horror as the enemies sneak up on both Suzuna and Katie. What do I do? I run as fast as I can with my staff raised to attack. But as I'm about to push Suzuna out of the way, she teleports. I fall in the dirt. Sorry, Utsuro-chan. You don't look sorry. Suzuna teleports again. I'm busy. I back away from the girls, but soon it becomes obvious it's too much for them. The enemies keep coming and coming. Samurai is knocked to the ground, then Suzuna, then Katia. They look worn and exhausted, scared. Utsuro-chan, help! We could really use your help. What do I do? I tighten my grip on my weapon and race toward the girls. Dodge enemy and reaching for my arm. One by one, I hit Yoromitsu's retainers on the top of the head. I watch in amazement as they drop like flies. If I didn't think you were an Oni before, I definitely do now. Behind you! I whip around, hitting an enemy just in time. The girls manage to rise to their feet, no longer overwhelmed. Suddenly I feel somebody's hand wrap around me. She yanks me backwards. What are you doing? Thanking you, she smiles. Even though the dirt and grime, she looks beautiful. Slowly, she plants a kiss on my cheek. The battle fades away for an instant. Her hands linger on my cheek for a moment too long. When we pull away, I can see she wants to stay like this for a moment longer. I guess I owe you things too. Katie hands fall on my neck. She leans forward and her lips slightly parted. Is she going to kiss me on the lips? Right here, right now? I close my eyes and lean in, heart racing. But Katie veers right as the last second kisses me on the cheek. If we all survive this, maybe I won't fake out the next time. Maybe. Katie winks. Probably. Susanna wraps her arms around me, pulling me into a tight hug. I thought we were goners. Thank you, Utsuro-chan. You're the bravest person I know. As the words spill out of her lips, she hugs me even tighter. I smile at her, my heart full. Then the girls turn back to face the battle. But as they fight, they cast looks at me. Can you believe he took all those people out? I wasn't sure he had it in him. What a strange guy. Summary's eyes drift up to meet mine. You really took a risk for us, Utsuro-chan. We've never gonna forget this. I'd do anything to keep you safe. We can see that now. Katie flushes, the cheeks flush red. I mean, a lot. When all the enemies defeated, silence falls over the forest. The girls turn their attention to Yoromitsu. Their power ranges stronger than I've ever seen before. Fear ignites in Yoromitsu's eyes. He puts up his hands in defense. Stay back! Why would we want to do a thing like that? I'm warning you! I'm warning you, Oni! What? What are you going to do? Yoromitsu starts to crack. The fearsome, terrifying, controlled Beckett begins to break away. Wait, don't kill me! Please, spare my life! You're brave to have such a request after killing our family, our friends. You're brave to have that request after sullying all our reputation. They approach him slowly, like a cat preparing to kill a mouse. Yoromitsu shrinks down. The fearsome man he was moments ago completely disappears. He looks pathetic. I don't want him to die here. But you were fine with us giving your retainers concussions. I never wanted this to happen. That's bullshit. You never wanted to lose. Yoromitsu falls to his knees. He quivers at the girl's feet. Sumari plucks him off the ground, holding him by the neck. What should we do with you? Send me back home, please. Send me back. Why should we? Because I won't hurt anyone again. I'll never come looking for you. You promise you'll never come looking for us? I promise. And you promise you'll stop spreading lies about us? Yes, of course. He quivers in Summer's grip. Her eyes narrow as she looks at the pathetic man. Yoruko, do you have any suggestions on what we should do to your ancestor? Yoruko smirks. I do, actually. Yoruko moves forward, each step more menacing than the last. She reaches into his collar, Yoromitsu's kimono and pulls something out. No. Yaruko puts the necklace around her own neck and smiles. He deserves his time travel powers from this amulet. Our family was meant to protect it, not to use it in such a destructive manner. Now he'll really have to keep his word. I'm thinking we send him in a time where he wasn't so rich and powerful. Yaruko shows Summary the Oni book. They nod and Yaruko jumps up at a portal. I certainly wouldn't want to be a peasant back then, would you? No, please, Frankly, I'm tired of talking to you. With one flick of her wrist, Summary sends Yoromitsu flying through the portal. No! We watch in silence as the portal snaps closed behind him. For a moment, all we can do is stand there, now the silent forest. I glance over at the girls to see tears welling in their eyes. That's it! We're safe! We never have to worry about him again. Yaruko smiles. This really is the end of the Oni slaying. Alright everyone, I'm wrapping up the episode right here. If you all liked my video, punch the like button in the face like a boss and high fives all around. Oh, and if you just joined, you're welcome. Glad you can make it here, and I hope you enjoy your stay. And always remember that the most important character is you, the reader. Cassandra Maki, out.